For more updates, click on subscribe and click on bell button for latest notifications.
Hi friends, welcome to Tech ARK YouTube channel. My name is Ravi. In this video session, we are going to see that advantages of cloud computing. So what is the advantages, the 6 advantages we'll get when you use the cloud computing. So what are those actually? So if you can compare with the cloud advantages within a traditional data center approach, and what is the advantages you have, right? Let's see that. Here, if you compare with the cloud, so go global in minutes. Just simple that you don't need to purchase any underlying hardware, software, anything such as sort. Go global in minutes means you don't need to purchase anything in such a like hardware or software, or you have to provision the data center, network connectivity, anything such a sort. So they are already ready. Then you have to just sign up for a console and you can go global in minutes. But in a traditional approach, it takes few days to few months because there is an approval process internally. So you have to decide on the capacity and how much capacity required and what is the purchase amount you have to pay, all this stuff. So you have to decide on all this stuff, right? Then stop spending money running and maintaining the data center. So basically with the cloud, you don't need to spend anything to maintain your data centers because the data center is already built and maintained by the cloud providers. So in traditional approach, you have to spend upfront cost for infrastructure. So you have to build the infrastructure first, then top of that you can run any applications you required. In cloud, increase speed and agility. So the agility and speed you can increase as cloud grows, right? So there are so many services available on the cloud platform. So just you have to utilize properly to maintain your or publish your applications or develop your applications. You don't need to worry about anything on the infrastructure. On a traditional approach, it depends on how your infrastructure is built, right? How many services it supports, all this stuff. In cloud, it's a big advantage is that pay as you go model. So it's just what you use, you have to pay only what you use. You don't need to pay additional cost upfront or anything such a sort. Spend for all the infrastructure in a traditional infrastructure and use it. So first you have to spend the amount to bring the infrastructure, then you have to utilize it. In a cloud approach, stop guessing the capacity because you don't need to guess what capacity I go or how much growth I have in upcoming years and all, right? You just first start with a small, then as you grow you can increase your capacity. So you don't need to guess what capacity I have to use, all this stuff. But for a traditional approach, you have to guess the capacity. If the capacity is less what you guess, then it is a resource utilization wastage, or if it is a goes more than what you expected, then it's again you have to upgrade your capacity based on your requirement. Trade capital expenses and variable expenses. In the cloud, you can trade for a capital expenses and variable expenses, but in a traditional data center, you have to pay all the upfront investment to build the data centers and build the buy the software, hardware, networking and internet connections and all this stuff. So those are the major advantages you have on the cloud approach. So let's see what more we can get from the cloud here. So advantages of the cloud computing is that high availability in the sense high availability systems to run continuously without downtime. So those are the advantages when you use the cloud. So they are already built on a high available system, so most of the times it's continuously available without no downtime. So you don't expect any most of the times downtime on the cloud. That's resilient applications that they built on. And elasticity, you can provision what you need, then grow and sync on demand. Example, this is the major advantages. Like if you want more capacity, you can grow. If your applications is not doing that great, or you don't have that much of traffic on your application, or not having the utilization of that sort, then you can sync that whatever you have provisioned. So that is an elasticity, just like in a rubber band, you just push it so it expands, and you just leave it so it comes to the sync. So that's the advantages you have when you use the cloud computing platform. Agility, innovate faster to move faster with the market trend. So you have to move faster with the market trend. So whatever the trend you have on the market, you have to capture that. So if you are again failing on your building your infrastructure and preparing your applications, then the trend goes off. So innovate faster to move faster with the market trend. So the resources are already available. Whenever you wanted to boost it, you just go right. So the next one is durability. Data will remain intact for a long time without corruption. So that's the major advantages. Like, so if you need some data later on, you just push it to the cloud as a backup, or you just store the data over there. You don't need to maintain any power connection, internet connection, or anything such as or you just the data is remains available for the long time on the cloud. You can just go and access that. So that the major advantages you get from the cloud. So if you come to the cost control mechanism, so what the cost we have on premises at the cloud, right? So there are two things you have, is a capex, opex. So capex is on a capital expenditure, which is basically used to maintain your assets such as the properties, plants and equipment on your infrastructure, right? So if you have a manufacturing unit, or if you have anything such as that, you have to maintain those assets, right? The properties and equipment, all those stuff you have to maintain. So this is a one-time expense. So you have to spend to buy all of those equipment and everything. Then you have to maintain that. You see, OPEX is an operation expenditure, recurring expenditure. OPEX is a recurring expense that is necessary to keep the company running and generate revenue. So where you get most of the advantage on the OPEX when you use the cloud platform, right? As well as you can also get some of the advantages from the capex as well. You don't need to spend any additional amount to build your infrastructure in upfront, right? And an operation perspective, you have to spend a small amount so that you save a lot of amount on your operating expenditure as well. So that is the major advantages when you use the cloud platform. I hope you got the point what is the advantages, or the 6 advantages you get when you use the cloud platform. So that's about this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos and courses. Please share with your friends and colleagues so that they will be get benefited with this course.